Okay, I'm back. It's Thursday. Well, it's Wednesday night, about to be Thursday morning. And you're wondering, why am I posting yet another message? Because I had a goal, and that goal was to do an hour a week. And in my weekends tomorrow, actually, for this goal, I am going to be posting more content. I've got some great feedback. I'm happy to report that we are kicking ass and taking names. And what are we doing? I mean, what are some of the cool projects that we're working on? Well, one of the things that we're doing right now, we're getting the opportunity to work with a client. He's building an extremely large home, 10,000 square feet, and this particular client wanted a solution. He's like, okay, clearly he wanted core multimedia solutions, but that's besides the point. He wanted a solution that was one system that was driving everything. So we came up with Savant, and we've been blessed with the opportunity to be acknowledged as one of the top Savant companies here in the, well, called Central United States. And for that, I feel blessed, man. It's been a cool ride. We've gotten to learn a lot about the company. They keep on coming out with great products, buying out other companies as well. For this particular home, we are coming up with one total full package system. Everything we are planning out everything from the lighting system to now he's actually planned out where the lights are going, but we know what the loads are based off of the electrical design. We just are placing keypads everywhere instead of light switches and dimmers. And therefore, so we will be working with the client on that and their electrician and their GC. And to show you a little bit about, I'm just going to do this on the fly real quick. What this may look like from a design perspective is actually pretty cool because let's see. All right. So you may not be able to totally see this, but I'm going to blow it up a little bit. All right. So let's do this. Okay. So that's my screen right there. And every one of those yellow marks is an area depicting a potential location of where a dimmer or a controllable switch would be. Now the difference is that instead of having 3 or 4 or 5 different dimmers and switches on one wall, you would have one, and then you could tell that one what to do. So that's really, really cool. Not everybody goes for this type of system, but it is what it is. And so we get to play a lot with this type of, let's see if we have a panel report. This is kind of cool too. All right. So one of the things that we get to do is work with the electricians, like I said, and we've created a panel report. Now, what does that all mean? It means that in a normal breaker, in a traditional electrical layout, you have a electrical line that goes to a dimmer or a light switch, and then it goes up to a light bulb. And then they daisy chain. And sometimes they'll daisy chain to the light bulb, sometimes they'll go down to your floor plugs. Really just depends on how the layout is, but every electrical plan has that layout. And we get to design it a little bit differently. We get to design it in a way where we have a low voltage line that goes from the electrical panel. That low voltage line goes directly to one of the keypads, and in Savant's case, they make a 7 button keypad, and raise, lower, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you can tell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons what you want to do, what scene you want to create off of that. It's really pretty cool. It's great for if you have some shades, if you want to dim, doesn't really matter. You can tell each button what you want it to do. And in this case, that line goes back to, for example, just on the simple, it may daisy chain to a couple different little keypads, but that line goes back to the electrical panel. And the electrical lines, so the electricians now run an electrical line instead of to a keypad. They go, hey, we're just going to daisy chain it to our normal lights in that particular room. And this design, what we've done is we go, okay, for every little breaker you have, you then install a Savant module, whether it's a dimmer module or a switch module, and that little piece then carries the electrical load. So if I'm in my panel, I can say, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. I'm using X amount of energy and so forth and whatnot. And we can see kind of really this kind of starts getting into this whole energy management aspect of a home. I talked about this before, and I think in this case it's really, really cool. It is an extremely large home. In this particular home, we have 60 different, we'll call them keypads, right? Dimmers, switches, whatever you want to call them, lighting keypads. We have 60, we'll probably end up having maybe a couple more, but regardless of the point is instead of having big old giant normal electrical wall plugs like these guys, like that, or like that, you would have just one or maybe two, depending on how many areas we're looking at controlling. So Savant does an amazing job of that. And then clearly we get into the audio video aspect of this. And in this, we're going to have multiple zones. We're going to have multiple speakers, in-wall subs, in-wall speakers, in-ceiling subs, in-ceiling speakers, and the list goes on and on and on and on. One of the neat things that the client's going to be able to do is a thing called video tiling. What is video tiling? Okay, so Savant came out with this really, really cool thing where if I want to watch 3 or 4 different games on one TV, instead of me doing a video wall, like 4 different TVs or 5 different TVs, I can use an 85-inch TV or maybe a projector screen if I wanted to. And then I can watch up to 9 video sources on that one TV. Now, does it cost a little bit of money to do that? Absolutely. Does a video wall cost a lot of money to do? Absolutely. Either way, you're going to spend money. So please don't think this is just ooh, I'm just going to do it. No, you're going to spend the money to do it. But it's freaking cool, right? It's badass. And it's not something that everybody does in their home, but it is something very cool. And then on an iPad, you can go zing, 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 and press the little button and kind of drag your little finger around and go, oh, I want this configuration and this configuration. And then however many configurations you want, up to 9 sources. So you can see all 9 on the TV. It could be like 3, 3, and 3, or you could do like 1, 8, however you want to do it. Regardless, it's very cool. And then now that we'll have a couple door stations. Ring plays really well now as far as their PoE cameras, plays with Savant. And then the rope lighting and whatnot, we can get into all that stuff. So really, total complete package, very cool. Very excited. Definitely going to be a process. We are looking at inside wiring and cabling this house probably in about next 30 days. Who knows with our crazy weather? But if you're thinking about a total home solution, and there's a big difference between a total home solution and just, hey, I got some Sonos, sounds really cool. Oh, I got this little thing, maybe I got a Euro. This is going to take it to a whole nother level. Do you need it? It's not whether or not you need it. It's more of, is it something that you like, and will it run and work efficiently and amazing and make your life systematically cooler and better and more functional? Absolutely. And if you have multiple houses and multiple locations, this is a really, really, really great solution, because from my phone, I can see all the different properties and I can see what's on. I can see if my internet's working. I can do a ton of different things. At the end of the day, it's very cool, and really, really, really happy with Savant, the company, and their solutions, and they keep on growing from a technology standpoint. So if you're thinking about doing a full home automation, give us a call, man. Savant is very, very cool. We're very pleased with them. They're not for everyone, and it's not always the right solution for everyone, but it is an amazing solution for that right person. Maybe you're it. I don't know. But really neat stuff. So feel free to give me a call, and we'll go from there. Core Multimedia Solutions. Peace.